Graveyard Rising. A short, scary story. Written by Stories from the Attic. Narrated by Robin Mcconnell. Tyler Street looked as though it hadn't changed a bit since the last time Byron had been there. Same sidewalk cafe, same trendy woman's clothing store across the street, same classy jazz club next door to that. It had been a year since he'd been there, and everything was perfectly in place. Stepping past the jazz club and clothing store, he heard a high-pitched whimper in the background, rising above the traffic's din. It sounded wounded, almost angry, like a dying goose. Checking the faces of other pedestrians, he wondered why nobody else seemed to notice the sound. They all kept walking, faces casual. Nobody was curious about that tortured wail. Byron shrugged it off, figuring he was just imagining it. Maybe he was distracted by the grim mission that lay ahead of him. He took a seat at the sidewalk cafe, checking the time and rehearsing words in his head he'd already repeated more times than he cared to recall. "It's not you, it's me. I just don't think I'm prepared to provide everything a strong, dynamic young woman like yourself deserves. And let's be clear about one thing. You are the best, and you deserve the best. In fact, you deserve better than me, much, much better than me." The waiter stepped up with a forced grin, a pad of paper and pencil ready. "Hello, my name is—" "Marco," Byron called. "Good to see you again." Marco tilted his head, eyes narrow. "Yeah, Byron, right? Remind me where I know you from?" "I'm a regular, dude. Well, semi-regular. I'm the guy who was here a year ago with a pretty redhead, then a month before that with a hot blonde. In fact, I think I made a total of 6 trips here in the last 2 years, and always with the same purpose in mind." "Tell me about it," Marco said. "Not to brag, but this is a surprisingly good place to score some points with your lady, am I right?" "Well, not exactly. I mean, I'm sure it can serve that purpose, but for me it always serves another purpose." "What's that?" Byron leaned in closer, kept his voice low. "Let's put it this way. I call this place the girlfriend graveyard." "Huh?" "You see, the way I figure it, if you're going to dump a girl, you want to take her someplace classy and quiet. That way she won't get loud and dramatic on you." "Good move, dude." "And on top of that, you got those cool places across the street. Clothing store where she can distract herself by shopping for new shoes or a skirt or whatever girls buy in there. And cool little jazz club where she can listen to some soothing music to calm herself down, too." Marco nodded. "I should try it myself someday." "I'm telling you, works every time," Byron said. "Although I did have this close call once with Molly when she—" He stopped himself before Emily stepped around the corner, all grins and long black hair. "Hey, honey." After a discreet nod to the waiter, Byron leaned back in his chair, pasting a phony smile on his face and preparing his speech as his girlfriend eased into her seat. His date ordered a green tea and avocado salad. He went with a bacon cheeseburger. As Marco retreated from the table, Byron mouthed the words, "Wish me luck," while Emily couldn't see him. The waiter replied with a wink, then left. "Hey there, pretty lady. That smile for me?" "Always." "So, what did you have planned? You told me it was really urgent we get together today. I figured you must have a surprise for me. Was I right?" Byron felt a tug from his conscience. He frowned, then took her by the hand. "Here's the thing, Emily." The smile melted from her face as the words came out, assaulting her one by one. She looked away, face tightening, eyes getting red and wet, but she didn't cry. This was, after all, a quiet and classy cafe. Sobbing in a place like this would just seem in bad taste. "I'm sorry," he said, her tiny hand now shaking, but still clinging to his. "Are you going to be okay?" Emily looked up at him, swallowing hard. For a split second her eyes found the clothing store across the street. He could see her spirits lift a little. The smile was on its way.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?